Today we're going to my favorite place on earth, the beach.
What?
Don't act like you like the beach.
I don't like it.
David
But
hates
I might
the
like this beach.
beach. For my birthday, David is going to come along to the beach. Yay! The Crocs are back.
Gotta wear Crocs.
We are going to a town called Progresso, which we've read nothing about.
Nope. That's how we roll.
We found a spot a block from the beach, a parking spot.
There's a big red E.
Not entirely sure what that sign means, but I think it's fine. So we'll see what happens to the car. You can't see, but I'm grimacing. You gonna get in?
Probably not.
Hey, what's up you guys? We are Cafe Con Leche. My name is Travis.
I'm David.
And in this video, we are celebrating 1 month of living in Mexico. We have been here for 1 month in beautiful Merida, Mexico.
In this video, we want to tell you guys what we've learned about living in Mexico after 1 month. One of the first things I feel like we've learned is how kind everyone is. Everyone is so generous and willing to offer just some help because they can see that we are foreigners. And I don't know any Spanish.
And I don't know enough Spanish. And even with that, people have, just like bent over backwards to help us find stuff, do stuff, just not be total fools. Oh! Except for when I trip on the sidewalk.
Yeah, so there's just endless amounts of help and kindness here.
Which I feel like I need to unlearn some of my New Yorker and Los Angelino tendencies. Like when someone comes and talks to us in public, I'm first like, ooh, what do you want? And then I'm like, oh, you want to help us. You're just being kind. Yesterday we were buying a air conditioner at Home Depot for our new apartment, and we bought it and then we checked out. We walked out and the guy was checking receipts and he looked at our receipt and was like, oh, and said something that we didn't understand in Spanish. And he basically was like, just hold on, wait here. It's like, okay. And then
as we were standing there, we were just kind of like, why are we waiting? Did we do something wrong? Like, see, automatically going, like, they're targeting us, they're like pointing us out because we are foreigners.
And so as we're standing there, this woman sees that we have no idea what's happening and is just like, you guys forgot to get the motor that goes with the air conditioner. In
She's
English,
just
in perfect
laughing and
English.
Smiling.
It's like, oh, thank you so much. And then they came back with a giant motor.
Yeah. So I think that's a cool thing too, is you will look like a fool as a foreigner. But I think it's really humbling and reminds you that everybody needs help. Everybody needs kindness. Everybody needs like just a hand sometimes.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
Another thing we learned is we are grateful we invested in a bidet.
I know that sounds weird, but it is
First
true.
of all, it's weird to not have a bidet.
It really is.
I'd like to normalize bidets, please. The reason we're grateful we brought a bidet to Merida is we discovered you cannot flush toilet paper down toilets in Merida.
No, not at all. Every bathroom has a garbage bin right next to the toilet. So, I mean, that's just not ideal as far as smell. That's just something that we really just didn't know that we had to anticipate throwing our stuff away next to us.
But with the bidet, everyone should have a bidet. I don't understand.
It is really weird that we feel weird about having a bidet.
Right,
Like,
but it's not weird to use dry paper to clean yourself.
yeah.
Ugh.
It's a weird conversation, but it's real.
we're having
It's
it.
reality.
So you should get a bidet. Everyone
They're
should
really
get a
cheap to get on Amazon.
$40.
Easy to use.
Easy to install. We brought it
Great.
with us.
We brought it with us across the nation.
Across the border.
Across the border. So the third thing I feel like we both can say is, especially me because I have never lived abroad, but Mexico does not feel that foreign in a lot of ways. And that I feel like outside of the language barrier, which they even accommodate, they even
David has a language barrier.
outside of the language barrier, which they even accommodate us. And there's so many English signs, and people, as soon as they know that we speak English, will like change to English. Outside of that, there's everything you find in America is here.
We have Walmart and Costco and Sam's Club
And
all
TGI
the-
Fridays.
and Chili's. Not that we go to any of those places. It feels similar and different all at the same time. I
Yeah.
don't know how else to articulate it, but it doesn't feel like I'm on a different. When I lived in China, it felt like I was in a different, like very different space.
Maybe that just means culturally, our worlds are the same in a lot of ways.
And I also think it helped that we were coming from Los Angeles, which like climate-wise felt very similar to where we're at in Mexico, and there are a lot of Mexican people in Los Angeles.
It just doesn't feel as stressful as I thought it would.
Another thing we discovered is how safe we feel.
Yes, extremely safe.
Almost as soon as we say anything about Mexico, post it anywhere online, say anything to anyone at home, without fail, almost the first question is it safe?
Well, and I feel like it wasn't even like a question. It made me sad. A lot of people just assumed and were already like putting that out there that you're not going to be safe and you need to watch out for this and that. And some of these people had never even been here before.
And so we feel and have been tremendously safe.
Yes.
And to be clear, we understand that there are parts of Mexico that are definitely not safe.
Just like there are parts of America that are not safe.
That part. But Merida and most of the Yucatan, from our experience and from what we've read and seen, are incredibly safe.
Yes. So the last thing we learned about living in Mexico is how hard it is to be vegan, which I feel like we kind of guessed that anyway.
And we're also coming from Los Angeles, which is the easiest place in the world to be
Yes.
plant-based.
I miss Veggie Grill so much.
Veggie Grill, if you're listening, can we franchise you in Merida?
Please. And that sounds so LA to say.
Yeah, it does. But we really like being vegan and plant-based.
Yeah, there's so many benefits that we've learned. Like, I just feel a lot more alive, a lot more awake. My insides don't feel all goopity-goppity.
And I feel better about trying to save the planet.
Yeah.
And the flip side of that is it's really challenging to go to restaurants here.
Yeah, because I mean, you can obviously go to like a slow market and get veggies and fruits and all that kind of stuff. But if you want some kind of like vegan junk food, that's a little bit harder to find.
We're super grateful. There's a place called Mr. Tofu that we found.
Shout out again.
We love you. That sells all of our favorite vegan processed foods from America.
So we're thinking about pausing our veganness for maybe one day a month. What do you guys think about that? Should we do it? Should we not?
Just to be able to taste and try the different dishes from the Yucatan, because from what we hear and smell, they're
We're
amazing.
missing out. We're missing out.
So that is some of what we learned after 1 month of living in Mexico.
We have so much more to learn.
Clearly. Thank you all for joining us in this first month. You guys are hilarious and wonderful and growing. We need like a name for Cafe con Lechenistas. Kefin.
Caffeinito.
So think of a name.
Don't put that in there because that sounds like a gringo. Caffeinitos. We come out with new videos every Thursday, so keep a watch out for that.
Here comes our tagline.
Hasta luego.
We'll see you next time.